Hey guys, Kaido today with another YouTube video. I got you season 15 patch 2 of season 15 pretty much 15.2, and I don't know why it says 25, but yeah, this is the second patch of season 15. It does say 25 actually. I guess like year 2025. Okay, so start off some of the changes. I'm gonna give you guys the tier list and for jungle right afterwards. Tell you what's like really good in the jungle for current patch. I did play a day of it to get a better feel. I also versed Kane earlier today. That was interesting to play against. But yeah, we talk about some of the changes, especially um to feet. So let's okay. First, home guards. Because they cover the entire. Yeah, I noticed this today, and I was like so surprised. I mean, this is a really nice change. Very good. It's kind of like OP, honestly, being at the tip now of the fountain. And now I lost 6 seconds. I mean, home guards are still very broken in the game. I think it made the game a lot more volatile than it is compared to last season. So yeah, make sure to abuse home guards whenever you can. Next, feats of strength. So first blood got removed, and now it's 3 kills. I think this is very balanced. It's a lot better now. I feel like now when people die first blood, it's not as like bad anymore. Like I swear morale would go down when someone gets solo killed. I think that was like such a bad thing. So this being 3 kills now, I think it's very nice. And oh yeah, the new autocon. I think now we get the, what do you call it? The one that gives the GA. I forgot. I don't know what the specific names are for each autocon, but yeah, they did nerf it though, where they get 200 gold now, and you do get plus XP per row. So I think they balanced it out pretty well. You can't just like send it for no reason. I mean, good play, like good teams, like usually high elo games, like we would send it for like for value, anyways. So I think people will still use it very well. But now it's like the enemy team who's versed the GA isn't doesn't feel as depressed, honestly, playing against it. Do get a sizable amount of gold. I mean, it's almost a full kill worth of gold if you think about it. Like it's 200 gold, so it's not bad. Mel gets released. I don't know what his champion does, but yeah. Oh yeah, Cassio nerf. So if you guys didn't know, this champion has one of the highest win rates, I think, especially in top lane. But I know it has a very good win rate in every role, in every like top, mid, and AD carry. So it's one of the best champions. Legit to play in the game. Also, she doesn't need to buy boots, so that's why they're nerfing this. So that's another pretty big nerf to Cassio. I mean, she's still gonna be strong regardless of this nerf, so it doesn't really matter. And yeah, now we're gonna talk about the Elblin changes. I mean, someone asked me about this in the chat a while back, and I still think this champion is not that good. So let's look at the Elven nerfs that killed her. So if I search up League of Legends. Is that the right one even? So is this the right one? Yeah, I want to look at the patch that killed her because I did remember there's a specific patch or 2 patches in a row where she got nerfed and she basically died. So it was somewhere. I think they did this, and then the champ got killed here from this nerf. So what are they doing again? Empowered EP ratio. So are they reverting it? EP ratio. Empowered EP ratio. Okay. So they bring back the R damage, which is pretty big. W is still nerfed. Q is still nerfed. So I think if this champion gets one more buff, I think she might actually be strong again. I think Evelyn might actually come back. I think right now, probably still needs a bit more power. Still can't be that good yet. But I do think, I think if her Q gets buffed, I think this champion is literally back in the meta. She'll be the most disgusting champion again in the game. Just like how she was before. She was legit like one of the highest merit junglers to play, even like high elo. So I'll probably still put her. Let's see if I go into Tyros right now, right? Where's Evelyn? Let's put her like C tier because I actually don't think she's still back. Let's put her there for now. Aurelia, don't really care. Okay, Kane. I do think this is a very big buff. It doesn't mean he's just becomes very strong. Kane is still like a champion you want to pick depending on team comp. So still need to see whether or not you have good champions on enemy team to be able to pick this champion. Master E. I think this is pretty big. I mean, I don't know why they're touching this champion. This champion is legit toxic. Like I don't know who like enjoys playing against E. Like one of the most like frustrating champs to play against because it's so unskilled. But yeah, I don't think he's that OP. Still, maybe in low he might be, but not good in mid MMR. And oh yeah, this is pretty big for Graves and Kindred. I would say. I think getting this buffed again is very insane. It's actually like really huge. I think Graves really likes this buff, especially the LDR. I think this is I mean it's good, but it's expensive. Yeah, these items are very worth to buy. I do think LDR has gotten significantly buffed. Really good for Kindred, really good for crit builds. Not even like for crit builds. I mean, Kindred, one of her favorite builds is actually like the one I like to do is Triforce Tabai Witsend with LDR. So you start like going to crit after your first 2 items, so you can scale. I think it's one of my favorite Kindred builds. So I do suggest you try it out on Kindred. You can tell. I can't believe they buffed this item. Really weird. Deep Horde is probably one of the worst. Probably the worst route in the game. You should never run this. I saw they buffed this. I think it's really nice. Like on Kha'zix, when you run Dark Harvest, you're kind of forced to run Grizzly Mementos. So, pretty nice, I would say. Makes sense. This is for sports, I think. This is the one where they make the... Is this the HP one? No, this is the... Funny. Oh, this is the HP one, actually. Yeah. What did they do? Duration. Oh, I see. And that's pretty much it. I think there's nothing else. Any skins? Oh my god. I mean, it doesn't look that good, honestly. Yeah, let's do a quick little tier list. But yeah, I'm just gonna write down. I think people, some people just don't look at they don't watch the actual video, and they thought Teemo Jungle was actually good in the last tier list, even though it was meant for Zara. So I'm just gonna put Zara right here, just to make sure no one gets confused this time. Because I don't think she's here on the list. Yeah, she's not. Let me just like move these guys up. So we understand that Zara is S tier champion, which she is. I do still think Kha'Zix is very strong in the meta. It is hard to play him, but I do think he's very strong. Just because he can build in many different ways. You can build Assassin or you can build Bruiser. And the meta right now is you need to know how to farm efficiently and then be able to fight anything. And then also farm objectives and be able to team fight. And Kha'Zix can cover every single thing. There are timers where you just aren't able to fight, which is fine. You do scale very well. Like your level 11 is very huge for the game. Your objective taking is very huge for your game. So playing for dragons is very OP on Kha'Zix. If you notice on Kha'Zix, I would play for dragon a lot. Well, I played for dragon in general. I think doing dragon on spawn is actually very OP now. Because if you take first dragon on spawn, you can contest if you're not unable to contest the second grub, you can take the dragon same time, so you still have a win condition. Or even like if they take the grubs late, you take the first drake and you can contest the second grubs after you take second drake, so there are things like that which are very nice. I do think Viego's is still very broken. I think Zinzao's A tier. I think Zac is like probably B tier. I think Nilly is a bad champion. Hecarim. Viego's very strong. I think bruisers are just very OP, so that's why I'm gonna put Lee Sin up here. I'm gonna put Jarvan A tier because I just think he can be countered a bit more. But though, if you have like Rumble and stuff, I think very good champion. I do think Pantheon Jungle is very strong right now. I actually think, I think Pantheon Jungle is strong right now because of meta picks and like Aurora, Orianna. Good with Talia. Talia mid is kind of like looking pretty good in solo queue. It also does pretty good into Vi. I'll put Vi like around B tier. I think champions is not bad. Wukong, another S tier champion. And let's see. I actually think Fiddle is S tier. And I think Iron's S tier. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, that was the wrong one. Yeah. Let's just put Zara right here. Okay. This is a Zyra. Just because I don't have the champion. Okay. So. All these champions are very strong. Fiddle is a very niche champion, so is Iron. So for Iron, if you want to make him work, Do I have a notepad that I can bring out for you? Yeah. For Iron, you only need one. You need one thing mainly, is that you need someone who can tank. So usually it's tank supports, and you want like the best Iron comps are usually double AD carry or bruisers. Like you want four line. Having a mage with a mage is also fun, but you want like one or the other. You want dudes in the front going for you, and you keep buffing their like you keep keep them healthy. You know, like Eclipse Thunder champs are very disgusting on Iron. WEC, the reason why this is strong is WEC can scale very well, and they can use bushes very well, and the shields are very nice. So they actually become really tanky, even though they shouldn't be that tanky. So that's why WEC is really good. So this one you really want to pick Iron. And these are very niche champions, but you can pick them into depending on the comp, pretty much. Xin Zhao can go to S tier if you have champions like Seraphine and Lulu on your team. So keep that in mind. I think Karthus is I actually think Karthus is S tier if you have Akshan. Akshan specifically, just because this champion, I think, which no one can play. Not many people can play it. It's very strong right now. I do think his builds are very good, and he just pairs very well with Karthus. It's probably one of the best combos in the game, in my opinion. It is just very disgusting to play against. Like playing against Rez, playing against like Karthus into a cleanup by Akshan is very, very gross. If you've ever seen it, yeah, it looks pretty like annoying to play against. So I do think Karthus is A or S tier. I'm just gonna put him S tier, because might as well. Actually, Nunu is a really good champion in terms of ganking and objective control. Because remember I said, like, if you're good at fighting and objective control, farming doesn't really matter as much. And the thing is, like, Nunu can actually farm well. So what you want to do on Nunu is you want to buy Bommy, and you want to sit on it basically the whole game, and you want to buy other items. You want to buy Unending Despair, Visage, like stack CDR, and then Nunu is very good at taking objectives. Like you just can't lose an objective, and he doesn't really take damage. You know, like you can get like let's say you take damage in a fight, you can go down half, go like chomp on something real quick, a minion, go one shot objective. You're pretty much full HP, and that's like a pretty big advantage to Nunu. And usually you won't play against them into like AP champions because sustain's very OP. AP champions tend to poke you out like Zara, Karthus, and then you just like sustain back up and like the chomp for it. So Nunu is a very great champion at that. I think Nocturne, though he could be a very good champion with Oriana and like Aurora, I still think it's very punishable. I think he's like B tier. Though if you draft a lot of mobile carries and you have a lot of dive, Nocturne becomes very OP in priority. So think about that. I think Kindred is only strong. I think he can be S tier at times, but I do think he's strong only when he has certain pairings. You need Galio, you need Maokai. It's just necessary. You need utility on your team. Kindred is a damage. You're bringing the damage to your team, so you need setup, you need utility. So this how like the champion just needs a lot from his team. So that's why I'm gonna put Graves right above her. So kind of left to right. I mean, I don't know, left right doesn't really matter, but for Graves and Kindred, it does. Like Graves is just stronger than Kindred in my opinion. He requires less, and also he just like scales very well. So is Kindred, but Kindred needs marks. Graves doesn't. So if you don't get marks on Kindred, Graves will just do better. If you get marks on Kindred, then Kindred will always feel better than Graves. But yeah, I do think Graves is just a better champion. And let's go and move on. I think Rengar is very good if you're good at him, but I'm just gonna put him B tier because most people cannot really pot this champion that well. But I do think he can go up to S or A tier if you're really good at him. So I don't think he can really contest with the bruisers like Wukong and Viego and Lee Sin. Kayn, I think depending on comp, he could be really good. I'm gonna put him A tier just because I think this is a really like Thanos pick. If you get the good conditions, good comps, versus a lot of bruisers, Red Kayn versus a lot of range champions, Blue Kayn, it just has to be a very good form game. And you can't like be dizzy, you know. The talent, just choose champion. I think you have to be really good as champion to put like make him work. Let's see. I think Gwen is like right here. I don't think people are saying like Gwenner is like really good, but I just don't see it. I think the current like meta champions is completely shit on her. So I don't know. Maybe it's like a low wheel thing. Well, it definitely is because I can see this champ working in Diamond low master, but I can't see this champ working like in Challenger Korea. This champ just cannot be good. Like period. Like it just cannot be. Like maybe it might work in GMNA or whatever, but in Challenger Korea, I just don't think champ is good. And I don't see it. It's just too AFK for me. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. Put Volibear B tier. He could be kind of like a Nunu, but Kind of depends. I think this champion gets else killed very fast. Unless you get very fed, they can do some funny builds. Like you can get like what's called Navori and like Riftmaker, like Cosmic Drive, and like have those like AP items to scale well. Because champ scales very well with AP. I noticed. Oh my bad. Yeah. Why is Malfoy on this list? Okay. I'm gonna put Yi here. Mumu, I think just B tier. Echo, I think is really bad champion. Really bad champion. This champion's just cheese as hell. If you're okay, if you play Shaco, just go cheese. Go do your little raptor, put 3 boxes, whatever. Go to enemy jungle and cheese. If it doesn't work, then FF the game. That's why I see this champion. Very cringe to play against. Gragas, I think is okay. Talia, I think she's not bad. I'm gonna put her here. If you're good at Talia, I think she can work. Same with Brands. Though I do think he requires a lot of setup, so I'm gonna put him here. Olaf, I only pick Olaf into Fiddle, and that is. I think I only pick him into Fiddle. I mean, I would pick him into a Mumu also. But yeah, I only do it into those champions, so I'm gonna put him like here. But he's not bad to buy also. Bana, I mean, I think this champion is dead actually. Warwick, put him here. Also put him above those guys. Sejuani, if you want to play Sejuani, like good boy. Do it when you have like a Yone. Like do it when you have melee champions on your team. So I'm gonna put her here. And always make sure sit up buy Bommy. Bommy is very OP for farming, so make sure you keep that in mind. And at least I'm gonna put her here. Very good ganker. And Diana, I do think it could be like here too. A lot of B tier champions. Tim Morgana can be very good into Vi specifically. Not bad. She also does Grows very well and Drake very well. And honestly, there's like nothing else really on this list to look at. I mean, Kyojo, maybe put her here. It's pretty flip. If you get kills early, he can scale very well. This champion is very OP for objective. Like if the game is about objectives, Kiana becomes very OP in priority. Though she might be better mid lane, but she can work in the jungle for sure if you get kills. So if you think like I'd rather play Kiana over Talon and like Echo and shit, like it's just better. Like she actually scales very well, and she's very very disgusting to play against actually. I think Lilia is very strong. I think if you're able to get your full clear off and be able to farm a lot, I think champion is very OP. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, like let's put Rek'Sai D tier. That champ sucks. Poppy, you know, good into Zinzao. Like if you're playing for team, they have a lot of dashes. You pick Poppy, but you can also play Talia if you want. But Poppy's also good. So I'm putting B tier. It's very like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, that's what I think the tier list is for the current patch. There's a lot more champs compared to what I first, like the first tier list I made this season. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions on like the tier list, let me know in the comments below. If you guys think there should be champions that actually go up and down, you know, we can talk about it in the comments. You can also check, come join my Discord to, have chats. I don't mind. I also have a Patreon thing going on where, if you join the tier 2 Patreon, you get 50% off coaching, and you get all the coaching VODs, and you also get live VOD reviews that I'll post unlisted for you and for only tier 2 Patreon members. And you'll be able to watch other VOD reviews that I do for other tier 2 Patreon members on the site. So if you guys want to join the Patreon, go check it out in the description below. And hope to see you guys in future videos. See you guys next time.